We have met quite a few people, a lot of yes. We call them yes because of the fact that I don't want them to feel demeaned of where they're at. And to be quite honest with you, some people have made their choice. I have to be honest. Not everybody is down and out. Some people have made bad choices in life and they choose to stay in it. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, they're going to do what they're going to do. We have that. And, I tell people, just because I'm a pastor doesn't mean I'm pushover. I'm not pushover Steve, I'm Pastor Steve. We have unfortunately had to ban people who just absolutely refused to acknowledge authority, that would cause all kinds of scenes and couldn't even sit still for 10 minutes. We have mental health issues there. We've got drug issues, alcohol issues, abuse, you name it, it's there. It's very, very what they call dirty ministry. A lot of people, a lot of churches can't even get involved in it because the insurance companies will drop it immediately. There is a risk, but who's going to help them? Who's going to help them? And we've had success stories, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So it's not just we're just kind of temporarily handing them off, and then whatever happens to them, happens to them. There is a long-term solution as well that we're dealing with. So, real brief, Anne-Marie.
So just reiterate, what is Code Blue? Okay, the Cumberland County Code Blue program began in Bridgeton, okay, like we talked about, by Bridgeton Mayor Albert Kelly and Robin Weinstein, Alan Rutherford, and Captains James and Maria Stevenson. And it was created to provide the warming centers as a way for our homeless friends, misplaced persons, those in need of some temporary, assistance in the community to find shelter, if you would, but it's not called a shelter, but frigid overnight temperatures during the cold winter months. Okay? So I'm just going to highlight, basically the temperatures have to be certain degrees, 32 degrees with precipitation or 25 without precipitation. And they're hosted, they're housed by host churches. So churches have to be agreeable to allow these cots and the people to come in and the volunteers to come in on a rotating basis from the hours of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And we do 3 shifts with that. We do 6 to 10, 10 to 2, and 2 to 6 a.m. And then after the last shift, we send them out with a breakfast and also like a bagged lunch as well. And this runs from November to March. And since the humble beginnings in the Fellowship Hall, which is in Bridgeton, from St. Andrew's Episcopal Church, Code Blue has developed in Vineland and Millville. And the Vineland Code Blue is ran by Kathy Gardner, you may know her, and also Millville's leadership is run by Steve and myself. And the success and the efforts have been the volunteers that have come on board, just to tirelessly give their hours and their time and everything, and the donations that people so generously bring in. It's been wonderful, and we're going to talk about how we need volunteers all shifts and donations of warm clothes and whatnot. So, what they do. Go ahead, sorry.
That's okay. So here's the situation. Church opens the doors, and we have cots that we have purchased through the M25 initiative. These cots are unfolded, ready to go. We put sheets on them, thanks to the Spirit who has helped us out with all 3 branches of keeping the wash up and so forth. And essentially when people come in, we have metal detectors. We actually wand them for weapons and different things like that. Because last year we had a little bit of an issue with it. So if they have like a Swiss Army knife on them or anything like that, it's confiscated. It is given back to them when they leave. But basically what we do is we make sure that everybody's safe, including the volunteers, okay? So once people come in, they get a meal ticket. We'll talk again about some of the roles of the volunteers, but we have a kitchen crew that is actually taking care of things. We have